Good morning, boys and girls. It is Tuesday, April 7th, and we are doing first grade math. And I'm so excited because we have everybody in attendance and we are doing Unit 13 review, time and money. So we are on page 546. Everybody, make sure you are on page 546. We are doing Unit 13 review. Okay, here we go. Understanding vocabulary. For homework, you guys are going to write out your vocabulary words. Homework, vocabulary words. If you do not have them already written out, I want you to write them and practice saying them so that you get very comfortable. Here are your vocabulary words. On the top of your paper are your vocabulary words. Let's look at the word list. Cent, dime, dollar, half hour, hour, hour hand. That's the small hand on the clock is the hour hand. The minute hand, the nickel, the o'clock, and the quarter. Those are your vocabulary words for this unit. You need to write them out and get very familiar with using them, saying them, writing them. So, number 1 says circle the hour hand. Now, everyone should know which one is the hour hand and which one is the minute hand. On the clock. On a clock, the short hand is the minute hand. I'm sorry. The short hand is the hour hand. The short hand is the hour hand, and the long hand is the minute hand. The long hand is the one that goes all the way around the clock, right? So, this clock says 3 o'clock. This clock says 3 o'clock because we remember that the short hand is the hour hand and the long hand is the minute hand. If the long hand is on the 12, there are no minutes yet in the hour. It is exactly that hour. There are no minutes yet into the hour, and this short hand, the hour hand, is on the 3. So this clock reads 3 o'clock. So on number 1, on page 546, what time does the clock read? You're going to circle the hour hand. You're going to circle the hour hand on number 1. The hour hand is the short hand. Circle the short hand for number 1. The number 1 is circle the hour hand. The hour hand on the clock is the smaller hand. The minute hand is the longer hand. So that's number 1. And number 2, they want you to circle the minute hand. Number 2, they want you to circle the minute hand. Number 2, what are you going to circle? the longer hand, the minute hand. You are going to circle the minute hand. You're going to circle the minute hand. This is the minute hand. This is the hour hand. This clock says 3 o'clock. You're going to circle the minute hand. This is the minute hand. This is the hour hand. This clock says 3 o'clock. Okay. You can also practice throughout the day. Every time you look at the clock, try to read it and tell what time it is. Ask someone to check with you if you're getting the time right on the clock. Okay, number 3 says, fill in the blank. Use a word from the word list. A 5-cent coin is called a what? A 5-cent coin is called a what? I feel like I'm on a game show. And the answer is nickel. Ding, 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 ding. The long hand is the minute hand and the small hand is the hour hand. Yes, Noah. Correct. The long hand is the minute hand and the short hand is the hour hand. This is now money. Moving away from clock into money. Money is a penny is 1 cent, a nickel is 5 cents, a dime is 10 cents, a quarter is 25 cents. So a nickel is 5 cents. That's number 3. Number 4. Fill in the blank. Use a word from the word list. A 25-cent coin is called a what? Which coin is a 25-cent coin? And the answer is a quarter. Ding, ding, ding. What did I win? I'm going to be on the game show. I'm on a game show. What did I win, Johnny? That was number 4. Number 5, fill in the blank, use a word from the word list. There are 10 dimes in one. Remember the dime is 10. So if you wanted to count up 10 dimes, you're going to count by 10. If you have 10 dimes, how much money do you have? Right, Noah? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This would be 5 dimes. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. If you have 100 pennies or 10 dimes, you have $1. It's $dollar. You have $1. Number 5 is dollar. $dollar. All of these words are in your word list on the top of the page, so you can spell them correctly. Okay, number 6. Use vocabulary. Tell what time is shown on the clock using a word from the word list. Page 546, number 6. Tell what time is shown on the clock using a word from the word list. What word are you going to use from the word list? The clock shows 10 what? And the answer is, you got it, Aiden? That's how you write O clock. O apostrophe clock. So it says 10 o'clock. The word from the word list is o'clock. You with me? Awesome. Next page. You guys need to practice telling time and counting with money. You don't need a book for that. You can do that all day long. Page 547. Set A. Set A says, copy the values of these coins. Copy the values of these coins. So they want you to trace over what they wrote. They wrote the penny is 1 cent. They want you to trace over the 1 cent. A nickel is 5 cents. The dime is 10 cents, and the quarter is 25 cents. So this is what you need to know when you are learning about money. When you go to the store and you buy something, you need to know how much change to give to the cashier, and you also need to know how much change they're supposed to give you back. And when they give it back to you, make sure you count it right there in front of them and make sure they give you the right amount of change back. Because sometimes people make mistakes. If you bought something for 50 cents and you gave her $1, make sure you get back your change, which is 50 cents. If you gave them 2 quarters, if you gave them $1 and they gave you back 2 quarters and your item for 50 cents, that would be correct. So it's very important to know money and to know the value of the money. Okay. Set B. Set B, this is reviewing Unit 13. Set B. This all should be easy for you guys. It's review. You can draw the hour and the minute hands to show the time. So they want you to show 8 o'clock on the clock. So you can draw the hour and the minute hands to show the time. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock means there's no minutes yet, so the minute hand is going to be on the 12. And then the hour hand, the shorter hand, is going to be on the 8. So the long hand is the minute hand, the short hand is the hour hand. This says 8 o'clock. Why does it say 8 o'clock? Because the minute hand is no minutes, it's on the 12, and the hour hand is on the 8. 8 o'clock. This clock shows 5 o'clock. The clock underneath it, says 5 o'clock. This clock shows 5 o'clock. So you can write it that way, or you can draw it on the clock. 5 o'clock. There are no minutes, it's just the hour of 5. Okay. Go back up to the top of the page, on the right side of set A. Complete each problem. Number 1. There are blank pennies in $1. How many pennies are in $1? How many quarters are in $1? Count on to show how much in all. Okay, so who knows how many pennies there are in a dollar? How many? Thank you, Noah. There are 100 pennies in a dollar. 100 pennies in a dollar. There are how many quarters in a dollar? Look at your chat bar. There are 10 dimes in a dollar. Why? Because a dime equals 10 cents. A dime is 10 cents, so if you count by tens up to a dollar, you need 10 dimes. Yes, Aiden, 4 quarters is a dollar. So, number 1 is 100 pennies. Number 2 is 4 quarters. Number 3 says, count on to show how much in all. Well, I have 1 dime, it's 10. Then I get a second dime and it's 20. Then I add a penny, 21, and I add another penny, and I end up with 22 cents. So I start with the 10, and now I have 20, and then I have 21, and then I have a total of 22 cents. Number 3 wants you to count on the money to see how much you have in all. In all means we're adding up 10 plus 10 plus 1 plus 1. So 10 plus 10 is 20. And then you add 1 makes it 21, and you add another makes 22. Right, Noah. 4 quarters equals a dollar. 10 dimes equals a dollar. 20 nickels equals $1. 20 nickels equals $1. 20 nickels. Okay. And let's go on to the bottom of the page, number 4. If you guys understand this, then the test should be easy. We're going to review again tomorrow, and we'll probably have the test Thursday. Yes, let's have the test Thursday because there's no school Friday. So on your homework, I'm going to write vocabulary words, test Thursday, no school Friday. So draw or write the time. How do you draw 3 o'clock? And number 5, how do you write 6 o'clock? Okay. Page 547. Number 4 and 5. Number 4, my clock says 3 o'clock. And number 5, my clock says 6 o'clock. So you guys practice time and money. We're going to review again tomorrow. Let's just see what the next page is. You guys understand this, right? You need to study it. You need to review it. You need to look over it. We're going to... Yes, thank you. Let me see what's on the next page. Oh, set C and D. Let's see. Turn the page to page, we have a couple of minutes. Turn the page to page 548. Page 548, set C, says, what time do the clocks show? What clocks do the times show? Oh, remember we did half past. Half past, or 8:30. What does half past mean? Half past the hour means what? past the hour means 8:30. You are 30 minutes into the hour. An hour has 60 minutes, so halfway through the hour would be 30 minutes. So your clock says 8:30, 8:30. That means that the minute hand is now going to move. Your minute hand, the long hand, is now moving down this way. It moved down 30 minutes. So now it is 8:30. And then as the minute hand keeps going around, eventually the hour hand will change from the 8 to the 9. And then it will become 9 o'clock. Okay. So C is half past the hour. Half past the hour means that the minute hand is now on the 6 because 30 minutes have passed. So number 6 says, write the time shown on each clock. Number 6 says half past what? Half past 7 or 7:30. When you say half past the hour, it is 30 minutes past the hour. The hour is 7. So now we are half past the hour. We are half past the hour. So it is 7:30. When we say something is half past, it's on, the minute hand is on the 6 and it is half past. Number 7. I'm going to draw the clock for you on number 7. What time does it read on that clock on number 7? Let's see. So if the hour hand is in between the 2 and the 3, and the minute hand is on the 6, I know that it is into the 2 o'clock hour. It is not 3 o'clock yet. The hour hand is in between the 2 and the 3, so I know that it's going to be 2 something, and the minute hand is half past the hour. So I know that it's going to be 2 and 30 minutes. It's going to be the 2 o'clock hour because the shorthand is passing the 2 and eventually moving on to the 3. The long hand, the minute hand, is halfway past the hour, half past. So it is half past 2. It is approaching 3. So it is 2:30. It is 2:30 on my clock. Half past 2 or 2:30. So number 7 says half past 2 or 2:30. Okay, I know you're all with me. Set D, look at the bottom of page 548. Bottom of page 548, set D says, reasoning, thinking habits, reasoning. What do the numbers stand for? Here are the numbers in the problem related. Okay, use the schedule to answer the question. So you have Mr. Diaz's class schedule. So let's answer number 8 using his schedule. What activity starts 2 hours after after reading? Well, look on the chart. The chart says reading starts at 8:30. If reading starts at 8:30 and we want to find out what activity starts 2 hours after reading, we want to add 2 hours. We want to add 2 hours to 8:30. So what is 8 plus 2? Right, 10:30. So the activity that starts 2 hours after reading, or 8:30, is, look on the chart, what starts at 10:30? The answer is recess. Recess starts 2 hours after reading. Ding, ding, ding. Number 9. What time does math begin? Math begins at 9:30. Math begins at 9:30. Reading's at 8:30. Math's at 9:30. Recess is at 10:30. See the chart? Look at the chart. You're all with me? Thumbs up. Okay, now we are done. We are finished with that. Tomorrow we're going to go on to page 549. Which I might actually have you do for homework. All right, I will send you an email with vocabulary words and homework, and we're going to review again tomorrow, and we're going to do the test on Thursday. It's a good plan. Okay. Bye guys. See you at 12 o'clock for science.